Coco, you work at Dairy Queen?
Yes.
Shout
Coco,
out.
Actually, Coco remembers this because Coco wants to talk me off the ledge. Shout out to you, Coco. Because she, little lady, she said, she came through back on there. I said, yes, ma'am. How can I help you? She said, I need you to redo this. I said, excuse me, what's going on with it? She said, you blended it up too well. I said, did you not say well? But these are too well. I said, are you serious? Look, again, I'm 14 years old.
Yeah.
And then, so again, I didn't have the emotional capacity to be like,
talk to the public yet.
Right. I didn't have that yet. So I was like, but you literally just told me. I said, so you just want some more? I said, do you want a new blazer or just more pieces in it? She said, put some more pieces in it. I said, all right, no problem. I'm a little annoyed. Please in it. I said, do you want these blended?
I would have filled that thing up.
Look, I did.
It would have tasted just like a peanut butter milk.
It would have been no ice cream.
Look, literally did it back in. Look, put it back in there.
Yeah.
I said, you want these reblended or you just want the pieces? She said, blend it back up. So she was just sit here living her best life. No problem. So blended it back up or whatever. I looked at
The people call me to change.
Right. So I literally let her see it. She said that looks okay. That's all right, cool. She takes another bite. These are still. She said we blended this up some more. I said I won't. I said you're doing too much now. I said now you're just being a jerk.
Oh, here it goes. Boom, boom, boom.
Go ahead, Coolio. Go Coolio. R.I.P. to Coolio.
All right, he did die, didn't he?
He did.
God, dog, man, everybody out here dying. What's wrong with the world, mama? People
living
like they ain't got no mamas.
I think the whole world addicted to the drama.
Yeah, look, he's
Something like that, huh?
Anyway,
he crazy, ain't? Episode number 37.
Hey, is 37?
38.
We in the 30s though.
We up there.
We
We
really
in the
out
30s. Like
We're
every
all-
single
we're-
one of us sitting on this couch.
We're all
We
in our
all in our
30s over
30s.
here, man. Come on, our memory is going like we in our 30s
Some
too.
of us are closer to our 40s than the 30s.
listen,
Anthony's out here getting old.
Hey,
32?
he trying to grow the hair out because if he cut it again, it might not come back.
wrong.
You are really trying to grow your hair out. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm growing it out mainly because
Alright.
my job's trying to tell me, look, what we can and can't have. I just want to see if they're gonna try to push it or not. I said, you going to really tell? I really tell my boss this. I mess with. I said, so you really try to tell a black man can he what his hair is natural or not? And she said, well, Anthony, I said, I said, don't worry, I'll see. We'll see. we'll see if you call it. So I guess
I'm gonna grow my hair out on purpose.
Wow,
that's
I'm crazy.
Just to be spiteful a little bit.
You know,
Mainly, I said,
So you do it out of spite though.
a little bit.
man.
You ain't even doing it for the culture.
Spiteful. He was
Forget the
spiteful.
culture. Look
I
Spiteful
just
child.
want to see if they're gonna really try to let me grow it out or not.
Well, haven't they say cut it though?
Oh, oh, really? What is considered? I want your textbook definition. Can we see it in the handbook of what is considered natural or not?
Really?
Now I understand if I can't come in there with pigtails back here wilding, but I think actually we have members and stuff or people that work with us that have dreads. So
Really?
yeah.
But are they neat and upkept dreads?
I honestly don't know because I don't know the people in person. I just see the pictures.
But would you would you consider Bakari's hairstyle offensive? He's sitting right here.
Oh,
would you consider? Would that be business appropriate?
The current standard. Oh no, you gotta go.
This ain't business.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
not business
I'll let you know
appropriate?
right now. I'll let you know myself. This ain't business.
That's not
This-
business appropriate.
That's like Walmart appropriate right
it's
now.
like wake up. It's like you just
Walmart?
waking up and you just like, all right, I'm just gonna throw this in the
Yeah, the hair's
ponytail.
on
Call it
for
day.
sure.
So you telling me you couldn't work at a bank with your hair like that?
Now, if I
Would you
was
feel
now,
offended?
like I
Now-
said, once I actually wash it, because I do gotta wash it today.
But
Once
that's
I
natural.
wash it
If
and
he
put some oil in it, I
when-
need to let it down and
if
put it
you
in
got it,
ponytail.
I think
Cool.
if you got it like naturally, like when you trim the sides and get it cut, you're good.
So we got to keep up to a certain
Wait, what's
standard.
the
Even though
size, though?
that is his
Why can't my
natural.
size be? It's
Well,
natural.
Your sides are thicker than your top, brother.
Boy, look at look, boy,
Stop.
stop.
From this angle, if you cut your dreads off, it doesn't
But
look like
this-
you got a mini afro.
This is natural though.
See?
This is
So
truly.
if you cover your dreads, it look like you just got a mini afro.
Yeah,
all
for
because
sure.
of the new growth right here.
Oh yeah. So
But
once
do
I
your
get
dread- do your dreads start right here?
yeah.
Oh, he got you. So you
No,
got
so
the monk?
this is new growth. Right
Don't do that on camera.
This is new growth.
Don't do that on camera.
I'm
You
saying.
think-
I'm
Pull
saying-
it-
I was like, you got the
First of
monk.
all, everybody got dreads. No, but see, the thing is, it's uncomfortable to y'all because y'all don't have dreads though.
I mean,
Matter of fact,
I used to have hair.
Matter of fact, we ain't gonna speak on that subject. we're gonna lose a lot of people if I sit there and speak about what I want to speak about. But that's neither here or there. But I'm saying people who got dreads though.
Yeah.
like they know they got new growth. And after a while, then you just gotta sit there and have it twisted in. Not twisted in. You can sit there and have it crocheted in,
redone,
or you can sit there and have it retwisted.
But as a culture, as a black people,
Yes,
as
sir.
a nation,
Yes, sir.
what would you consider professional, and what is like on the line
Whatever
of teetering to be non-professional in
Whatever
the
you
workplace?
design your hair to be is professional.
yes.
So as in a sense of it's your style. You can't tell somebody whose style that they design that is not professional, because even if I wear like this,
So
I can
mohawk.
say, I can say this is professional.
I think I would draw the line at like mohawks. You
Really?
can't really have mohawk, not a professional. You never
He
seen
talking about dreads though.
I know, but I'm just
I'm talking
he
about
says, like,
hair.
hair as a
Oh,
whole.
just hair and
Hairstyle.
whole?
Like, what would you consider as black folks? What would you consider to be professional and non-professional? Because the last thing you want is a white person to tell you you can't wear your hair like that. But would it be
That's kinda how I
different?
feel
I think
about
Would it be different if a
non-professional
black person
is-
came to you and said, "Hey, man, you gotta look more business appropriate"?
Now,
So
I think,
it's no different, because the thing is
is it though?
it is
Yeah,
business.
Does you work outside?
Not for me.
I'm just saying though, like even if a black person came to me and said, "Hey, you gotta look more professional," then what is professional then? What is the standard of professional?
They usually have that.
Being professional.
They usually have that pretty laid out. In
They have
deep.
in
Like, I
the
can't-
code
but
of
I'm saying-
conduct.
Okay,
in the code of
I
conduct.
understand. Like if
I can have
you
I
work
gotta
at
show every day with a belt.
like if you work at a
really?
bank, if you work at a bank, you have to be professional as into how you dress, down to khaki pants, maybe a button up or a collar shirt
with a belt.
With though, you gotta
with,
have
with
a
the belt. Like I said, as long as you're not coming in stinking, you good.
That's more than
But
But
that.
at the same time,
Musty.
what's
People come in there
what's
musty.
professional for the bank is not professional for the roof. So you can't come in with a bank attire.
There's no such thing as professional if you work a roofing.
Okay, so
You
come
better have some
so,
overalls.
You
So,
better
so come in there with what you wear with the bank, and see it, and see how that work out for you. And
Well,
not
I
saying
think you're-
professional. It just saying it doesn't
But
fit
I
the it doesn't fit the
you're trying to think
standard
too
for
deep.
your
The
job.
aesthetic.
Though.
You're trying.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's clearly based off of what your job is. Nobody job.
Exactly. That's what I was just saying though.
This ain't a long way to say it, but I think really mainly I think I'll say that in my job really it's mainly about you can't have any. They tell this to women too. Any unnatural colors, like if I
no dying.
well, as long as you can't have like platinum, like super platinum blonde like hair or women stuff to do.
You have like brown.
Brown, black. I think you can't have red. Red is what they red, green because clearly nobody's
Really?
hair is
Yeah.
naturally green.
But you got redheads though.
Nah,
You
that's
have red-
more
like red-
orange.
Okay,
dark
orange, red.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like I'm talking about like I don't. None of us have on red like that blanket red.
Yeah.
Like if you're literally dyeing it, like if
Oh,
my
you
hair's
can't
black
do that.
24/7, also come in with red
Takashi
hair.
6ix9ine type.
Yes, if you come in with that, that's clearly
Any colors that he got in his head is off limits.
whatever
All
he
of
got, you
All
can't
of
get.
Don't even think about it.
Yeah,
Don't
that's,
look like
that's the
that.
easiest way to say it. Whatever he has, don't do.
That's crazy. I wanted to dye my beard like a light brown, but I thought
what?
about it's because I can and I want to. Talk about for what?
You mean
That's the only hair I got, man. I can't design it on top.
You know, right, Shock? You
I can't design up top.
I didn't mean to come at you like that. 'Cause he said, it's the only one I got.
Talk about for what? That's all I can do,
I didn't
player.
mean to come at you like I'm.
Bleach the scalp.
Hey man, I'm not doing it just for Halloween either.
Nah, plus I never grew my hair out before. I just kind of want to see what it look. I'm trying to see what that
I
be
thought
like.
you did
Trying
grow
to
your
see
hair
what-
out. You said
Nah,
you
he
grew
ain't.
out.
The closest thing I did, the longest I ever got was I got 12.
You said you got braids.
I got it.
This
My
fugazi
cousin
never had braids.
I did. My cousin Joker, she braided it for me. We was in Asheville.
Angelica, I need you. I need you to
Man, I hear look like
comment on
Celie
this,
from Color
'cause
Purple.
I
Nah,
don't
she-
believe
nah, what it
Anthony
is, I
had
think
braids.
with the way she braided it, I was like, never again.
Really?
Look,
She got tight hands.
You
or
Look,
made,
heavy
her,
hands.
you made her mad that week.
Listen, I was ready to fight. I was ready to fight her.
You made her really mad.
But
that
now,
week.
so now that I'm older, I said, let me try it. Let me see what that be like. Plus,
You
if
know
anything,
what?
I could always cut it. I know what it's gonna look like.
That's gonna hurt.
But what I
That's
can
what I'm nervous
say
about.
is,
It's gonna hurt.
I don't think
it's
you don't really have 4C hair. You must have some Navajo in your family.
Look, Navajo.
You got some
We got
Navajo?
we got the Indian. We got some.
You got some Indian in your family.
You know, every person. I got that. I'm 0.0000001% Native
Nah.
American out here. Well, every time somebody look, what was that face you had, Bakari? Every time somebody say that, that's what I look. I'm like,
Boy, you was created from the dirt. Stop.
From the dirt. That's
oh,
crazy.
my
But your hair
goodness.
really, you ain't got that 4C nap. I can tell, man.
You ain't got that natural. It might take a little. If you just supposed to get dreads, it might take a little bit for yours to lock
Might
up.
take a little bit.
Nah, I ain't getting dreads.
Just a
so
little
son.
bit to
I don't
lock
have
up.
an enemy do that.
Get the dreads, man.
Nah.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to grow my hair. Everybody growing their hair out.
Try,
Let
Shaka.
me know if y'all want me to grow my hair back out.
Please,
I'll
can
grow
you?
it out. What you mean, can I?
That's a good question. Can
Listen,
you?
I'll grow the cul-de-sac.
Ever see Wallace?
I will have that homie the clown.
Don't do that.
Not the homie.
If I grow all the way out, that's exactly what it's gonna look like.
Oh,
You
Bakari,
gonna
you got the picture.
You
put a
gonna look
picture
like
of homie
Kimbo
the
Slice out there.
Look, hey, Bakari does the editing. You got to put a picture of all these people we talking about on camera so they know.
Nah, son, but let me tell you, Kiana posted something on Facebook, and it was like, it was a hair piece with the headband on it, and the headband had the waves on top.
Stop. If you
Bro, if you see me coming through here spinning with a headband on, mind the business, all right? Mind all of it. Because I saw that. I said, you know what?
If you gonna
I
do
really
that,
might do that.
If you gonna do that, you gotta make
I might
sure
as
you
well.
come to
You get that Fetty Wap.
You got a video.
I don't
You gotta
care.
make sure you record about 5 episodes on this podcast with your toboggan on. That way, next time they see you, Shaka must have grew his hair
you
out.
growing his hair
That's
back.
crazy, though. Look,
I want the episode he comes straight in with the waves.
I'm coming straight
And I
in
want
with
you-
the
I
waves.
don't want you to dress it at all. Just
I'm not going to say nothing. I just want y'all to be like, oh, that looked tight. Because the brother that was rocking it on the video, I was like,
I'm
you know
not
what?
gonna
I'm
I'm not gonna be able to
look-
address it the way
it
you want me
look
to address
natural.
it, though.
It
It's
look
not
natural.
gonna turn out
I'ma
how you want
snatch
to
it
turn
off
out.
mid-episode.
We're going to have to fight.
You make a stupid point. Get it off.
Podcast over as we speak.
He said, "Man, what you playing with?" You know what it's called?
That one episode of My Wife and Kids where they was trying to touch his hair. He was like,
Oh yeah.
no, don't touch it.
Oh my goodness.
Don't be touching my hair now.
All
Don't be touching my hair.
As you know, we gotta get the crazy stuff out first.
We got to, man. We got to.
Oh
Is the
my
air
goodness.
really on in here?
I think so.
Bro, what is your problem?
I'll be honest with you. I think I cut
Dad,
it.
don't.
First of all, it was literally like there's people who just live below me, so the heat's been rising. So last night it got to like 78, so I was about to pass out, and I cut the AC on, and now I was like, damn.
Gosh,
It
dog.
look,
It's a whole 30 piece in here though.
It is, though. And you wearing shorts like it's summertime
Cause I
outside.
thought it was gonna be warm in here. I said, "Oh, it's cold outside. Naturally, he gonna cut
Well,
the heat
shut
on
up.
a little
You
bit."
gonna
No.
do it. You
Gosh,
live in your
dog,
learn.
man.
When
Like,
have you
can't be
ever known
comfortable in your
Anthony to
house.
use the heat?
Just don't use the air then.
It's hot.
That
It was
is
hot
facts.
last night.
It was,
I gotta live here. You don't.
It was hot last
I
night.
gotta.
Gosh, dog.
Hey, what do you say? Look, I gotta live here. You don't.
You don't got to live here, all right?
See if I get into it with them.
I got sleep.
Anyway, I'll fix it. It's a little brisket here though.
Hey, man.
Hey, don't mind me. I'm gonna step away for a
I
second.
got you. Want me to go do it?
Nah, I got
You sure?
Nah,
You want me to go do it?
I told you that's man.
Let me
Listen,
go-
that's
let me go
man
adjust it.
sin 101.
For what?
You don't sin against God or somebody else's home by touching their thermostat. I don't know where that is in scripture,
I don't let my kids touch my thermostat.
but
We
I
already
don't know
talked about that.
what is it
Y'all
about the
wildin'.
thermostat that listen. You let any other person than you touch that thermostat, you
Because
lose
you
your
control
mind.
the temperature of the house.
Basically.
You become a dictator is what you did.
Well,
Nah,
good.
not a dictator. You
You
just
become a
control
dictator,
the
man.
As a man, we
What you
control
mean
the
as a-
temperature.
Nah,
As a man,
man.
we control the temperature of our family. So the thermostat.
You just gonna walk right in the
represents-
middle of the camera like that, Anthony? Nah,
talk.
bro.
I can't even talk
That,
no more.
that,
I gotta
that
wait
camera
till-
got nothing but belly.
See number belly hairs.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh man.
But the
Hey, edit that out,
thermostat
Bakari.
represents how a man controls the temperature of his family. So it relates.
Slash the bills too.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah,
true.
the bills is 25% of it, y'all.
Got it.
For me, it don't matter. You know why?
'Cause it keeps the house on 80.
Because I'm blessed out here. Because God has always paid my bills.
Oh, that's
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So I ain't worried about these petty bills out here. And,
Until that,
and-
that bill goes, bro, that been $300 this month.
bro, my bill was $300 this month.
That's tough.
The thing is, my bill kept rising. And the thing is, we
Oh.
don't even be this. I
He keeps
think
us on 80.
month.
Oh.
This month, no, I didn't even keep it at 80 this time. Actually, my heat was off because we had blankets.
Wow.
We had blankets out here.
That's
so
crazy.
my bill was
petty.
at 300 and some.
Big petty.
But we didn't use as much electricity as last month. We didn't sit there. We took more showers. Of course, you got to take more showers and baths because we got 6 people in the house.
We deep.
But at the same time, I'm like, yo, how is my bill still 300? I think it's like 306.
So you might as well
What's
just bring
in-
the, you might as well just bring the
what's
heat
included
then.
What's included in that?
It's just your electric and your
Water.
Water.
Your electric and water's put together on the Virginia side?
Yeah, I know. In
Y'all-
Tennessee, I used to
yeah,
hate
yeah,
it because
yeah.
y'all used to have to go to 2 different
That's
spots.
why. That's
Bro,
why
I got separate electric, separate gas, and separate water.
Just
that's-
You gotta pay for. You gotta pay for
I
gas.
got gas.
gas?
You got gas, man. I got gas heat.
Ooh.
I don't got that electric heat, man.
Dang.
It's all right. It be what
Hey,
it is.
let's slide away from
Hey, yo,
him.
come to the Tennessee side, guys.
Don't look. You're not making good.
Not the way they treat you.
The taxes.
I used to hate living on Tennessee because you had to go all the way to Volunteer Parkway to pay your
what?
electric. Or I mean, my fault. Not When I had, because I think, Shot.
I'm thinking.
When I first started out,
Uh-huh.
I didn't have everything I had before.
You had a cell phone.
Huh? I had a cell phone.
You pay everything on the phone, man.
I had a cell phone.
Wrong. Just so many people don't. Some people still write checks. Who's
yeah.
right? To me, I
wrote a check 2 weeks ago.
I'm be no. You know how mad I get stuck behind somebody who's writing a check? I'm like, oh my gosh, swipe that debit card and get out of here.
Yeah, I be writing checks.
People still write checks.
I wrote a check for my kids to play football and volleyball.
I will not.
And then I had to write a check to pay for a shirt. That's the last time I wrote a check.
I can't write checks.
You don't know how, or just
no, because I know how I am with checks. So the first time I got a check before I was money savvy, I thought that a check was like automatic money.
Cash. Oh, you waited 10 years?
No, bruh. My pastor wrote me a check for working for her, and I held on to that check for like 6 months.
First of all,
and then I randomly went to go cash, and she's like, "Baby, why you wait so long to cash that check?" I said I didn't know that I couldn't wait. I thought the money was already like out of your account. I was a young teenager, had no idea how checks work. So I'm like, if I ever write somebody a check, if they don't cash it right then, I'm like, I might not, even though I'm always have it. But you don't want that check to come out of your account.
It always cash. I'm telling you right now, from the person who sees this, somebody always cash it when you don't have the money in your account that time. It's never when you have plenty of money and when you live in prosperity. It's always when, where does $50 come from? Oh. Why did you just have cash this check 6 months later? First of all, the check should be still dated. Anyway, but
I don't know.
I would listen. People still write checks. It blows my mind. People still come to the bank just to get their balance. That's it.
I would honestly,
just to get that's it. Just to find. I was like,
there must be older people then.
No, some of it. Now old people I can understand. Like that's the way they did it, and I'm like, oh, just cute little old people.
That's the way they live.
That's all. Sometimes I realize that's on their only interaction they'll get for the day.
Yeah,
like they literally would get dressed and come out there, and so I try my best to make sure like you talk to them a little bit and try to, just kind of how their day's going. Now, if somebody who's just being lazy and look, what's my balance? Man, get out of here. I mean, I don't say that. I tell the balance.
Hey, they might just be wanting to get out the house and talk though.
Hey, man.
So
you better go to Debbie's house.
So once again, we can't give the younger generation the same respect we get the older generation. What if he just wanted to get out the house and talk? Maybe what if you were supposed to be his light of the day? I did, but now you got an attitude.
Nah,
like, you know what?
His light is correction out here. That's what they needed. They needed correction.
Nah, 50% of the members that come inside the YMCA don't work out. They come and they talk. Mainly the older people.
I see them in the back drinking that coffee.
They be sipping.
I'm talking about I walk in the front house like, are y'all even open?
Not do a rep of not a nothing.
Didn't do a
we'll sit at that front desk. Be there. They be there for my whole entire shift. I'm like, you still here?
Just talking.
What are you still doing? Go home. But they need that communication.
Dude, look, one dude when I used to work at the gas station, there used to be a guy that come down there.
Oh, Mr. C?
Yeah, Mr. C. Look, come down there 11
o'clock.
Not the one that we know. 11 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
And he be there till like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning.
At first, I don't know.
Hey, man, you ain't got a wife? Look.
Yeah,
she cool with it. She sleep.
She cool. What?
I'm talking about every night, every night. Every night. He come out here and talk.
Get his cigar or get his...
I'm drying your eyeballs out.
That's
he
crazy.
get his cigar, be out in front smoking it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a big cigar? Like the
he
fat?
He helped, not the fat boy.
But like the little...
I guess whatever
cigar lows,
the
Black and Miles, huh?
Yeah, basically, he used to get some of the Black and Miles. So he got a little... He got a little soul in him.
Hey, man.
But he used to run a truck. He used to do trucking, and he used to always tell me about his trucking stories and going up to New York and making a turnaround and coming back and doing all this stuff. But she got a lot of stories, though. But
anyway,
look, my man used to hold it down for me. It was there's a couple nights where I had no sleep. Like, he know I'm tired. He said, "Look, go ahead and go to sleep, man." He said, "Look, yeah, I got you."
Wait, did this person work there?
No. No.
But he was cool with people.
Y'all out here taking naps on a job, and you expecting a patron to protect your store.
Every time somebody come in.
Anthony, have you ever done this?
Look. Huh?
Oh, my God.
Every time somebody come in.
The statute of limitations ain't passed. I understand why you did that.
He said, you got customers. You got to make it look like you working or you doing some paperwork, but I'll be on that desk.
For real?
Now I didn't do it a lot. I think it was one time. I think I was just dog tired. I think I said I might have been sick and I didn't sleep that night before. And I ain't gonna lie. So like you said, you get the dad to post up.
Yeah.
Is when you starting to fall asleep like this.
Uh-huh.
That's what it looked like. And
Dang.
look, and we knew the little slick spots in the corner off the camera. You can't really see.
Wow.
Now he really would like said. When I first met him, I was like, I don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
Look,
absolutely not.
I don't trust you like that. We were just gonna. He would never. And the whole time he's standing outside the store, so he never really came in. He'd come in, maybe get a cigar or just say hi for a second. He said, I'm standing out here, and he'd stand there for hours, right before he just standing there. So I'm like, all right, that old man, he ain't bothering nobody. Look.
Dang.
Chilling. Or if I gotta start the freezer,
crazy.
hey, can you let me know if somebody come in?
Right, because
got
the
you.
freezer, you can't really hear anything, or at the time we worked, you can't hear or see anything.
Yeah.
And so you got to basically trying to literally run and sprint and try to stock up all your stuff, and then keep picking your head back out, trying to see if anybody's came in the store.
That's crazy.
So
Speaking of all these jobs, have we ever talked about our first jobs?
we have not.
We haven't. Y'all want to take about 5 to 10 minutes and just talk about our first job experience? And would you want your kids to have your first job
Heck
experience?
no.
You don't want them to experience the struggle?
That's why I worked my first job, so they didn't have to.
Nah. Look,
Y'all can work. Look, y'all can work there. I worked too hard for my kids to have to start off where I started.
Okay.
No, they would not be working.
So not to work
at.
exactly where you started, but to have like that
Not even remotely
struggle
close.
job.
I think.
Do they need the humbling job?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Why,
I think
why do they need the humbling job?
actually.
Can any job not be a humbling job?
No.
Why not?
Because
What job is not going to humble you if you never did a job?
True that.
Now there's a big difference. Because
my
I
Now,
feel like
if you're, I feel like if you're,
Confucius over
working
here.
at the
I feel like
working at the
confused the
lake,
piece.
or even working at the YMCA is a
If
good
you-
first
but you
job
gotta deal with the people.
compared to working at a McDonald's or the struggle jobs. I mean, like the fast foods, the gas stations.
anything to do with the public. Let's be honest.
Nah,
a
because
struggle
working at
job.
the YMCA is not a struggle job.
You just talked. Okay, yesterday
the
he said,
people-
man, look
you
here,
see your
Thursday was hectic. Friday, it better go smooth. I
When
better
you're
be able to get
working
here at
with
8:45.
Kids, okay, compare the YMCA to working at McDonald's. Not patronizing
night.
the people
Yeah,
that
if you
work
do work
at
at McDonald's, we're not throwing
shout out
shade
to you
at
because
it.
we need.
Yes,
I
because
love
listen,
you
every time I go in there, I promise you, I have a good attitude. I'm really back here praying for you. I'm like,
Yep.
there's no way, man.
This is not your forever.
Now, that's not what y'all be saying when they messing up y'all's orders, though.
Nah, I really don't. I really don't trip like
See,
that.
Look here, let's be real on the podcast, though.
I thought we were talking about our first job experience. You know what? Let's go back
be
and talk
real.
about. Let's go back and talk about our first job.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't stand. I really do hate. I really,
we
with
go.
all my heart, I hate when somebody has it like in there wilding or spazzing about food. Because first and foremost, if somebody messes your order up, hey, this wasn't right or whatever. Where you live.
Yeah.
I've never had that experience and somebody snapping or anything. It's me. It's more like, oh, I'm so sorry. Give us just a moment. We'll get that fixed for you. Cool. I'm gonna give you there's a chance to fix it.
Oh yeah.
Now, the only thing you don't like is you go to the job. Hey, I'm sorry. This my burger was XYZ. This is what I really had.
Yeah.
And they get a whole it's rare. I've never had this experience. Somebody has a whole attitude. Oh my gosh, or something like that. Then that's a whole different story. But I don't really be spazzing like that over my food because to me, that shows really who you really are. I jokingly say that. I said
this.
if you really want to know
that moment I get that call. Say, look, we out in public. He like, man, I went to McDonald's. They done forgot they done messed up my order. They didn't give me what I want. Look, I'm gonna revert back to this episode.
Go ahead,
look.
pull back up.
I've never flipped on a fast food order.
Never.
I never flipped, but I've been upset a couple times after I left. Like, yo, they done. Like, when you get home, man, they done forgot my cheeseburger, dog.
That happened plenty of times.
Yeah, that's
I'm
frustrating.
not turning around for that though.
Oh yeah, I mean, neither.
Nah, I ain't turning. I'll call them, let them know.
I think there's one time I got charged. I went to Pals or something like that. Y'all don't know what Pals is. It's all right. It's a heavenly place here locally.
Everybody here know Pals.
But I went to Pals and they literally I paid for like the double big burger or the big burger.
You get a double heart attack. That's what you get.
That's what that sounds like.
But now they listen. No, always get it plain with just mayonnaise on that bad boy. Listen,
So just mayonnaise.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I said what I said.
Hey, yo.
That's unprofessional. That's what's unprofessional.
What's wrong? It's all right.
Just
man.
plain mayonnaise? No ketchup? No
bread,
nothing?
meat, and mayo?
Yes, sir.
You don't like ketchup?
No, I don't want my burger like that.
You
Who don't put ketchup on a burger out
I
here?
don't.
People.
I don't like it. I mean, I can eat it. So let's say if my burger actually had it on there, I'm gonna eat it. But if you're asking me, do I prefer that on there? Not at all.
So you prefer just put a glop of mayonnaise on there.
On the double big burger. Because burgers,
Undercover
after a while,
brother.
them burgers be dry out there.
He done meant white she devil. That's what he meant. Come undercover brother out here.
Nah, that's all I got it.
We
Can
all
I
know.
finish my story?
Brother. Go
Can I
ahead.
finish my story?
Go
But
ahead,
anyway,
brother.
they messed it up. I just called in. It was like, hey, they gave me whatever. I said they gave me this XYZ because I was slick hot because I drove all the way across town, limited for time. Then they messed up my look. They didn't even give me the burger. They gave me like the junior. Like my burger was this big. I said,
The 4 bites.
look, I was so hurt. I was like, at first I thought someone was letting it go. I said, no. I paid like $12 for that meal. I said, hey, no.
Oh, that double big burger. They,
Whip
must,
it, whip
they
it.
must just gave you the wrong order. That's what it was.
I think so.
Somebody else
But
got your
they
big
fixed
burger.
it.
Somebody else like, God bless me. He done took my junior and made it to a double.
Glory.
He said double the blessing.
Until
out
they
here.
saw the mayonnaise only. Hold up. I ain't want it.
Well, good. That makes sense. Good.
Where my stuff?
But no, I was saying, like, to me, that reveals more about who you are and your character. Like,
Yeah.
if you're
Nah,
acting
I
a
never
fool
go.
like that or in public,
Yeah, I'll never go to somebody in public and be like, yo, look, and be hitting them with this move right here.
Yeah.
I never do that. I just like, yo, my order. You know, you forgot this and this. Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Look,
I got
let's
a
fix it.
question for y'all.
I got
About your first job.
Yes.
All right, we
so
here.
we never get in
If
touch.
the universe or God said, I'll pay you $500,000 a year for you to go back and work your first job.
Why would God use money?
Would you do it? Would you do it?
If the universe said,
Not the universe. If God
God,
said,
I
I will
said
give you
universe.
500,000.
let's
To
not
go
use God.
back.
Let's just say if somebody said, I will give you 500,000 to go back,
Why can't God say that?
because God's not going to use money.
Actually,
God's not going to try to persuade you with money.
that too.
But what
Very
if,
true.
But what if he does?
He's not.
I'm not even afraid-
But what if he did? What if he just
Don't
said,
disrespect my guy like that.
all right, so if you win the lottery, that's not on God?
No, I mean, technically it's
Why would-
gambling, so what would
Why
I mean,
would
you can do a
God
lot of things without
support
God. Let's not hear
gambling? This-
Okay, so
I'm just like, it's like
the
saying
Fantastic Beast being said, you know what? You go back, the genie. You rub the genie ball head. Hey, man, I give you 500
Genies ain't
grand.
real, brother.
Give you exactly.
Genies
We
ain't
we
real.
can't put this on God. We got to put this on a
You gotta
fake
say a
genie.
person.
This say somebody offered, like the company offered
Ain't
you.
nobody-
This one-
Nah,
this
man.
let's
Nah,
stop
because
being
then
stubborn,
they
man.
gonna turn
I
you
don't wanna
into
use
they gonna
people.
turn you into a sex worker. You don't want to do all that.
That's basically-
Chill. If somebody paying you that kind of money to work your first job, they want your OnlyFans player. That's the only.
Listen,
reason.
if they paid it like that, I'll go back here. My first job, I worked at Dairy Queen. I was 14 years
Who was
old.
it, Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen.
Did you
Man,
work there? You wasn't there with Desmond, were you? And Elliot.
I was there with Desmond briefly.
Okay, I remember that they worked there. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
whipping them blizzards out there. Now, mind you, again, I was 14 years old. I was just excited to get a little, try to have a little bit of independence, a little bit of check out there.
Hey.
But I felt like for my first job, my first real experience with public and how people can be was mind blowing. I literally, I think, again, I felt like I had to do all the hard stuff. The lady, she just kept telling me, go outside to sweep the parking lot. Okay, la 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 la. And then if I ran out for me stuff to do it again, I'd do it there. Go sweep it again. And then I was like, at 14, I'm 14. I'm like, I literally just swept it. Let's sweep it again. Now again, I'm 14. I'm like. No, so it didn't help because I was also the only black kid there. And I'm also asking myself, is she?
I heard a different word.
Look, right. So you heard the
I
same
heard a
thing.
different word.
So you
out
heard the
here.
same thing I
boy.
did in my mind.
I read between the lines.
Hey,
right
hey,
here.
I was like, I said, nah, it's not that. La la la. So I go sweep it again. But then, like I said, mixing, like I said, making those blizzards. It really, my first job, it was wild. Again, I worked at fast food. I guess you consider fast food ice cream. The craziest customer I had was that one lady. I had a Karen. She said, I never forget. I know exactly what she ordered. She ordered a Reese's Pieces Blizzard. She says, she said, I want my Reese's Pieces. She said, I want them blended up well. She says, I want to barely be able to taste I have any pieces like that. I was like, my question is, why get the Reese's Pieces if you don't want to taste them?
The chunks.
Okay, but anyway, people do that all the time. But okay,
Wow.
So I blended it up, make sure I did it really well. Do the fat.
Yeah.
Gotta make sure. Look, I ain't gonna, I did mine always quick because I was never confident about what I was gonna say. I was never confident. Again, my worst fear was that thing sitting right on that table. Look, put that bad boy up.
Snap.
Look, there you go. So I'm walking it back. Look, all excited. Look. She said, look. She came back. She said, look, threw it on the table. She said, I need you to redo this. Matter of fact, I work with Coco too.
Ooh.
Coco was there. Hey, Coco, she said, Anthony, just go to the back. I got it. Look, I was like,
Get your hands off me.
basically, that's what I was
Listen.
like. That was my first encounter
That's
with like.
crazy.
This is what it
Blend
really.
her up real quick.
That made it found out. I said, yeah, I don't want to do this forever. I can't.
Wow.
Yeah, I
You
won't
know
do
you in a situation when Coco got to talk you down.
When Coco,
what?
shout out to Coco, when she's the voice of reason. when she's the voice
Where
of reason,
am I in
at
life
the age
right
of
now?
again 14, 16?
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
no. So that's why I was like, nah, I'm good with this.
That's
I'm good on this. Dog.
crazy.
That was my wildest experience, but
That was your first job.
my very first job.
How'd you get back and forth to work? Because you ain't had no car.
My mother,
Oh,
she didn't take me.
Yeah. Same with me. Well, I used your car for the time that I had it.
I remember.
Oh, did I? I did have the car.
You had the black car.
I remember I was counting my first check too, thinking that look,
Hey.
money.
Yeah,
Taxes.
yeah.
Shut up. I was like,
Oh,
dang.
it be-box chase. Because what happens, you did the math in your head.
Yeah.
If I'm making, you probably got paid $7 back then.
What? 7? I remember we got paid like $5.50. Yeah.
Oh, they gypped you.
That's slave wage.
No.
Gypped
I
you.
might got. I know.
Minimum wage about
I might-
7 at that time.
No, not that time. It
Nah,
might have
it
been.
went up to 7. I think right around maybe our
You should
sophomore.
look it up.
Yeah.
What was minimum wage?
It was because I remember our sophomore year when we worked with Tracy. It was right around 7 or 8, and I do run out to because again I was 14. About the time I started, that was like 16.
What
So
was
when I was
minimum wage?
14,
Look it
plus
up.
you can only make.
Look it
You
up.
can only work so many hours a week anyway. Nobody got time to look this stuff up.
Look it up.
Nobody got to look at this up. But anyway, we'll find out later.
That's crazy.
Bakari, what was your first job?
Oh, my first job was McDonald's. For sure.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
For sure, McDonald's.
Dropping all the patties back
Hey,
in.
Oh,
man.
nah, it was honestly it wasn't,
Burgers
working, at
getting stomped.
working at McDonald's was not that bad. Like it's not hard work.
Yeah.
Only
Look,
thing I
saying
hated,
somebody, look, the person who listen to this podcast working at McDonald's, they will swing on you right now. That's how I knock your block.
but for real though, you got like 20 people in the back. You got like 30, look, you got about 3
That- he
people
did-
on the
the
sandwich.
rush
you
hour,
got
though.
3 people
COVID.
on the sandwich lines. You got one person. You got 2. Well,
That's
there's
before
one
COVID.
person on flipping the patties.
I work
Like
at
I said,
McDonald's.
so-
They got 6 workers, 2 on drive-through, 2 up front, and 2 back in cooking.
Nah,
and then
look,
look, and pray to God they got somebody washing
Pray to
dishes back in
God.
too.
This is
They
the time
they fighting
that-
for their lives.
Absolutely.
This is the time I was working with Ariana. I used to work with Ariana.
What
Oh,
station
yeah.
at
You and
McDonald's.
BP, right?
Huh?
Brandon
Brandon Porter.
And Brandon.
Hey,
My man
Yeah.
put look, I ain't gonna lie, he put me on. He said, "I'm working at McDonald's."
He
I said,
did.
"Oh, they hiring?"
I remember, yeah.
Look, they hiring?
That's
Look,
crazy.
Let me go and get me a job
That
though.
is
Look,
wild.
hilarious.
man, I got that job. I look everything. I started to realize, yo, I can't just leave when I want to leave though.
Nope.
right?
Look,
He's like, "Can't just
Because they had. That's when they had. What was it? Oak Hill came down to play. That's when they had the tournament. They said, "Look, Oak Hill, you coming to the game?" I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be there."
He said,
Work
yeah.
was like, "No, you're not."
He said, "What do you mean?
Nah,
Like
nah,
I
I need
can't?
you here."
We got a basketball game, sir." He said, "So."
Oak Hill or this game? I mean, Oak Hill or this McDonald's.
That's crazy.
I ended up going to work.
Of course you did.
Look, my mom wouldn't let me go.
Absolutely
She said, "Boy, you
not.
got a
She
job
gonna
to-
teach you something.
Good. Matter of fact, that's good. Actually, that she made you stick that out.
But
Rather than,
honestly, like I said, truthfully, it wasn't that. Like I said, granted, I used to take some of them nuggets though.
Hey man, you used to always.
I
Hey,
used
why
to
you got so
take
many
some of
nuggets?
them nuggets though. Look, because first of all, you work at McDonald's, they don't give you free nothing out
Which
here,
is crazy.
Now they
high.
do.
Yeah,
I
I say
think
they
that's-
do now. They absolutely
do?
do. Oh, absolutely.
Man, I used to
Elliot
have
have
to
no
take the
size.
chicken nuggets and put in my back. Look, put in my pocket. And like, y'all can use the bathroom real quick.
My man was
Look,
sneaking
wow.
off eating chicken nuggets.
Taking whole chicken nuggets out here. Nah, because I was frustrated, man. First of
Nah,
all,
man.
the job wasn't that hard, but the managers sucked, though. I ain't gonna lie. The managers
The
suck.
managers.
Suck.
What did that? I guess, so without being said, first and foremost, let's be honest with you.
My man still
That's why I
angry.
don't be tripping at fast food. A lot of these are children. These are kids,
Yeah.
teenagers
You're working
trying
with
their
14,
best,
15.
trying to figure this stuff out. So again, if you're at one of those people, I don't care. They should be having my stuff. Please stop showing up in public, please.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stop.
But,
Because
like,
you
the
might
rea-
catch an IJB out here. one of
The
these
reason
days.
why I got so fed up with that job is, like I said, I had 2 managers, bro. They
talk to the
always
mic?
try to stay. They always try to stay on my case.
That
I
was
mean,
what?
You
not
did
try,
eat chicken
not
nuggets.
try, but
You
nah.
eat chicken
You
nuggets.
No.
did eat chicken
This is
nuggets,
before.
though.
This is before they found out.
Ah.
This is
You
before they
eat the
found
nuggets,
out though. So I'm talking about every time I come in there, they ask me to do the gritty work out here.
Empty the grease.
Bro,
grease,
basically like empty the grease. But it was one time where I said, you know what, I will not. I didn't care if they was an adult. I didn't care if they was my manager. I didn't care the fact that they could sit there and fire me at that spot. They told me word for word, hey, I need you to go out there and I need you to pick up cigarette butts.
Yep, that's what they try to tell me.
I said, I will not.
Yep.
I will not pick up cigarette butts. No, you have to go out there. I do not have to go out there and pick up cigarette butts. I will not. I will not. For any of y'all that they say pick up cigarette butts, refuse.
Nah, don't listen to him.
Don't
Nah.
listen to this man.
Don't listen to him.
I'm telling you
got a
right now,
family
because
to
you
feed.
have to sit there.
No, they didn't give y'all a room at least.
First of all, they gave me gloves. That's what it was. They gave me gloves.
Oh,
Oh, they didn't give you a room and dustpan. They was
So,
out of order.
like I said, even back then,
they told me to
even
get
back
at least
then,
one
I knew my
dustpan.
worth. I knew, and I was saying, like I said, I knew my worth as until I wasn't gonna pick up cigarette butts. I'll tell you that much. That was my worth was not that low, and the fact that you had the nerve, the gall,
the unmitigated
The gusto.
the gusto, the bravado, to sit there and tell me to pick up cigarettes. And the thing is, like I said, and it was always the two people though.
Yeah.
And they was 2320s, and I'm telling you right now.
Dang,
I'm telling
man.
you right now, look, I was hot every single day. And there was a point where I just didn't care. I said, you know what? I said, I'm about to go back here and chill on my phone.
Oh, you
Look,
wildin'.
I told my man who ain't want to work there anyway. I said, hey, go to
Yeah.
make me a sandwich real quick. I'm gonna go to the back and I'm gonna eat it. Look,
What?
I'm talking
On
about, bro.
shift?
I did not care at that
That's
time.
what-
You trying to fire it.
Now this is who I was then. That's not me now.
How old was you at this time?
I was,
This is literally
I think
half
I was
your
probably
life
about
ago.
15.
This is half your life ago.
But half my life, I did not care because these people were so disrespectful. And like I said, I understand you got power, but don't let that power get you messed up out here.
But also, like, where do you draw the line? I guess in the sense of trying to push somebody in, like, especially teenagers, because I think, because you're the same thing. If my son, if I heard my job, my son just said he's not willing. Now I ain't gonna lie, I would not be upset if he said he refused to pick up cigarette butts. I'm like, I wouldn't do that either. What are you talking about? Are you picking? Is that part of y'all's protocol? Like, please show me where this is part of your description to where this is where you're doing this. Now, if you told me to sweep the parking lot to make
That's
sure
it. That's
a whole different
I'm
story.
good. I'm
But
good on that.
Don't just find me random stuff to do because
Yeah.
then I'm thinking about it this way. If you're out there picking up cigarette butts, then all of a sudden, even if you have gloves on, to come back into the kitchen
Hey, man.
to
This
then
guy
start
touching
making
my
food.
stuff?
What?
Of course, they tell you wash your hands, but at the same time,
Naturally, but I'm just saying that just.
and that's what I feel
If I saw you picking up cigarette butts in the parking lot, I came in and I saw you. Hey man, you said you're the number 8, and I saw you back here going to cook.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh heck no,
Be like that dude on YouTube.
no ma'am,
What you doing?
no ma'am.
What you just outside? Cigarette butts. My stomach's bubbling.
But I mean, like I said, and it goes back to what you were saying, working with teens, because I feel like, a lot of fast food joints, they do have a lot of younger kids naturally.
Yeah.
Because you can start out at a younger age there. You don't have to have as much experience
That is
with
true.
fast food versus working at a corporate office or something like that.
Right.
So I know, like I said, even with that, you have to be you have to show a little more grace
Absolutely.
to them because, one, you're their first experience of having a job.
Yeah.
So
I
therefore-
take that serious working at the Y.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
And that's just like even with what is it, my kid's bus driver. Bro, like I promise you right now, I really thought that look, somebody's gonna swing on her, and that somebody might have been me.
I'm doing 100 on the highway.
The bus driver. This is before she got changed.
This man got a bus driver
Yeah.
fired out here, man.
Nah. Truthfully, she don't drive that bus no more. I'll tell you that much. Because the
What'd you
first,
do, man?
nah, not me. Was
that her first job?
I did. No, I don't know if it was her
So
first
you-
job.
so you-
this
you mean
is
a
what she
Karen?
did.
No.
So no, not
A kid.
Okay, so let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the first thing that
Go ahead,
happened.
you got 5 minutes.
Let me tell you the
Go
first thing that
Now you
happened.
got 3.
Car came home one day. His head was bleeding.
ahead.
Oh,
I think what happened.
Yeah.
The bus driver she said everybody was talking. The bus driver told everybody to be quiet. Not screaming. Everybody was just talking.
Yeah.
Bus driver told everybody to be quiet. Everybody didn't be quiet. She slammed on her brakes.
Oh, brake check.
Brake check.
You speaking to a bus driver now? Go
Brake.
ahead.
No, I'm talking about hit the brake.
brake check.
Brake check. Look, be careful. Look, that might be a job. It might be. It might be me telling on you.
Brake check.
But nah, when she brake, because I think buses don't have seatbelts.
Ain't no seatbelts in the bus.
So when she brake checked, it, like I said, it propelled car forward,
Yeah.
and he ended up sliding and hitting his head on the bar up top. Cut his head open right
Wait,
here.
the bar up top.
What's
Car
up?
car is
Like,
3.5.
No, my fault.
You talking about
It was
the
a bar.
window? You talking about the
There are rails
window
up there.
sill?
No, so like you go to the front,
Yes.
like you got like I forgot what it was, but it was something he his head on the front, which ended up cutting him open.
Was he standing up?
It sound like it sound like it
he was sitting down. He was sitting down, but you got to
I
think when
gotta see
you
what
brake
this-
check.
The only thing that should be in front of you is your seat.
But
That's
even
what-
if you're on
that's
the
what I'm
edge
confused.
though, how hard are you brake checking then? That's the thing, to propel somebody out of their seat.
I mean, it could be.
Okay. If you brake checking as a bus driver, lose your license.
I mean,
Please.
I mean, I agree with
But
you.
I
but-
understand brake checking in the
that's
car
not-
with your friends.
That's
is
not the
different.
first thing. That's not the first time though.
Yeah.
So the thing is, every time they pull out
That's
the
crazy.
every time they pull out the school, right?
Yeah.
What she does is like I said, to get everybody to sit down and to be quiet.
Yeah.
Before, like I said, as soon as she pulls out, of course, because you can't do it on the school parking lot.
Absolutely.
Or the school drive-through.
Yeah.
She brake checks him every single time. Every single day, she brake checks him.
Really?
And then there was one
think it's
time.
cute?
Not just no. Nah. Yeah.
First of all,
That knocked,
the bus is already
that knocked the
15
breath out you.
tons. You can't be using the bus's brakes like that.
So at this point, I'm thinking like, yo, because the kids kept telling me like she keeps
Yeah.
brake checking us, keep brake checking us. So there was a time that the kids came back crying. I'm thinking like, yo, what happened on the bus?
Yeah.
The kids, like I said, these are kids, dog.
Yeah. I know all the kids that live in your neighborhood.
The kids wouldn't stop talking, right?
Yeah.
She literally pulled the bus over.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't move the bus. I think she cut the bus off. I don't know if that part was true or not, but I know
Yeah.
she pulled over for 5 minutes and didn't move. Just stayed there. Now you got to think, as a kid, an angry bus driver
Yeah.
pulls over and doesn't move. Look here.
You don't get no sympathy from me, brother.
Yeah.
My bus driver. Listen, as a kid,
Squeaky?
bro, Squeaky.
Okay, that's your bus driver,
Brother, I said,
Okay,
bro, Squeaky would literally pull over to like
Yeah.
that was an everyday occurrence.
Squeaky was catching
look
bodies.
here.
Bro, Squeaky was
Look
here.
here, I'm letting you know right now.
Our bus driver was cussing us out.
It was-
and
it was
and
cool.
It was nothing for him
Absolutely.
to literally
It was cool.
put you off the bus
Yeah,
where you
get-
would. You
get
might
off
be
my
on
bus.
side of town that you have no clue how to get back on.
Get off my bus.
Get off the bus.
Let that be your kid though. Your kid coming back.
I'm gonna have more questions. What you do?
But nah,
What'd you do,
forget all
dog?
that. Forget all that. Look here, look, my son.
First of all, my son don't ride the bus.
Look, my son right now, my daughter, will not be terrorized
I
on the
understand.
bus.
Nah, you
And the
snitch
thing
though.
is though, like you can't be a bus driver
Uh-huh.
and be upset at the situation that you're in. You literally put yourself in a situation where you have to be around kids.
No,
If you
Dad,
cannot
I'll let
handle
you finish.
being around kids, please leave that profession and go be in a job where you don't have to either deal with kids or you don't have to deal with public. But you can't take your frustration. You can't be mad every time you get on
Man,
the
you can't
bus
snitch on
because
the
kids
driver.
talking.
I-
Nah, they ain't all that.
You
Look
gonna
here.
man.
Yeah, I got a bus driver. I need five.
This man is
look,
snitch out here.
look, me
Tekashi.
me and John. Well, I ain't gonna say his
John.
full name.
Wow.
But we went up to the-
Tekashi out here.
We went up to the school on some professiontal stuff
On some
and
professional-
said,
Nah,
"Yo,
you go
look,
ahead.
we have a situation
Yeah.
because the path that she was going down.
Uh-huh.
Like I said, so what's gonna happen if look? What happens if she keeps driving and somebody truly does get hurt?
Yeah.
What happens?
So my thing
Now
to that
we
is-
want to talk about it.
No.
What happens if a kid got snatched?
Brake checking. Ain't nobody gonna get snatched.
I'm talking about with his bus driver though. He talking about
Okay.
dropping people off.
Boy, that was
at random
weekly.
spots.
Yeah.
Weekly.
That was also a different era in the 90s where, hey,
Nah, that's 2000.
That's because your parents probably didn't want y'all coming back home anyway.
nah. Okay, so as far as the brake checking goes, I can't do that because there are kids that sleep on the bus on the seat. If you brake check a kid, their whole body flies out that seat, especially if
Oh, they
lay
got the
down.
llama
You know how
neck.
many times I lay down on a whole entire seat to go to sleep on the bus? If you brake check me, my body gonna hit the front of that seat, and I'm gonna be on the
Face
ground.
gonna be imprinted on.
And then when you hit the gas, I'm gonna fly back on the floor. And see.
Oh, I gotta see about you.
Now we done.
To be fair, like, but also put it in perspective, Bakari, I agree because I would agree
Oh.
about the brake checking thing.
Yeah, that's
Look,
wild.
stop at the part. I would have been so mad about the stop of the bus. I said
No.
maybe y'all should have been quiet then.
Yeah, as a bus driver, there's a certain decorum that the kids have to have because it's their ultimate safety. If kids are yelling and being that obnoxious on the bus, it is in your legal right to pull that bus over and start checking attitudes.
Yeah, okay,
Absolutely.
I understand.
Nah, you gotta go drive
nah,
fine out
nah,
here.
Nah, you pulling over and you just gonna sit there and be quiet. That's different. But I've never had to pull a bus over, but a lot of my coworkers have because they don't have the same that I have. So if
I understand
you
they up and rowdy. Yeah, they up and rowdy.
or
and
no, just being loud. Like I don't mind conversations like this, but if y'all yelling, like imagine they on the bus and they singing "Nuck If You Buck" and everybody's up, and everybody's being crazy loud.
That's different. I understand that part.
So
Yeah.
if you're being obnoxiously loud, hey, I gotta stop because as a driver, the last thing you want to do is have to keep focusing on that rear view mirror and you not looking at the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which
Your
I
focus has to
understand
be
that
on
part.
road.
Like I said, Nuck If You Buck, yeah.
Go
to sit your butt down.
But you also get the story from
if you
kids.
talk, like I said, if you just talking, let's just say, you know, the story get excited. You know, how somebody starts speaking up a little bit because the story
Yeah.
get excited naturally. You know,
At that point,
It should-
if you know the kids on your bus, hey guys, I don't mind.
but when you build up a
keep it down.
reputation, when you build up your reputation as someone who is basically violent starting off,
yeah,
like I said, there's been when I say I didn't realize how many complaints was on this bus driver.
Now you got one time for my daughter to come off that bus crying.
Think about it. Think about Zola came off the bus. Look, she gashed. Look, got blood coming down.
I'm meeting you at the bus department.
Literally, blood coming. I didn't know until I got back from the house because I wasn't there. Literally, blood. I heard blood. Said Kari's face had blood just running down it. Granted, when you get hit in your head, look, you do bleed a little more.
But he wasn't like he was covered like he.
Nah, I mean, like I said, he did have that two-face though.
You did.
He did have that two-face, blood coming down. Think like, yo, what happened?
Yeah.
And he told me, I'm like, okay, look, I got to see about somebody.
Somebody will have to get seen.
Naturally.
And your story
this is
better
about to be an organic butt whooping, though.
Yeah. And
that's what I told her. I said, you lucky. I said, you lucky your parents
especially
really did not snatch you off that bus already
now,
and do some damage to you.
I will say, there's already a bus shortage, especially. They canceled school because we don't have enough bus drivers, which is crazy. They canceled school because of bus drivers. Yeah. So, on top of that, buses need a separate adult on the bus to control the kids.
Yes. Like
the
that.
YMCA, we put 2 adults. There's a driver, usually me, and there's another staff on the bus because all I want to have to do is focus on driving these kids. It's already a big enough risk and liability to take these kids to and from on a bus with no seatbelts. The last thing I want to have to do is put my focus on you guys and yell at you guys.
You figure they would have seatbelts by now or something.
You would think they would have seatbelts as a safety protocol.
But I'm just saying, also,
a car.
But to be fair, also to help with that is it starts at home, parents. Like,
it does.
You know your kids well enough, and I'm not talking to ones that are kind of more behaved. You got to pass them again? Oh, yeah, but make sure Bakari.
Oh, yeah, it's 40. So
we what?
Yeah, I forgot. It's supposed to be 40. I looked at that. It said 49. I said,
So we don't have any muff?
That thing cut off.
We don't have enough?
That thing cut off, though. Dang. I want to do this.
So what are we doing?
Now what we can do is
now you got.
We can do it on my iPad.
But you can't send it to me.
No, I can just edit it from my iPad. This will be my first project. I got a week and a half to do it. All right.
Cool.
There we go. Come on, let's go. Brief break.
Look, we gotta finish up pretty quick because some things.
Luckily, and this is how good God did. The one time I bring my iPad over, your phone start wanting to act a fool.
So question. So are we still?
Please let this work.
It's gonna work. I'm gonna edit on my iPad
entirely,
and you're gonna.
I trust it. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. Shaka know how to do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Yes, you do. You will.
You will. That's it. Exactly.
Why am I still looking at my camera though?
Okay, so explain we'll have to cut this part out. There was a brief pause in our podcast because at one point we had we ran that basically as storage for the recording the episode. Yes. But so we talking about Shaka. What was your first job experience?
My first job experience was working at the Hearties.
That was your first job?
That was my first
I remember
job.
Shaka was flipping up burgers like Nino Brown.
First of all, look here. Shaka used to bring home them bags, though.
I used to bring home
He used to secure the bag.
Listen, I hooked both of y'all up.
He did.
I used to be happy, though.
I ain't gonna lie. I expected Shaka to be one of those guys like, nah, we can't do that.
I was a big rule follower until I saw everybody else on my job. I saw some crazy stuff at my job. People taking more than just food at that job. So
for real? Who? First of all, I've never been that crazy. Nah, I'm gonna take a little burger. I ain't talking about taking.
So when I got there, the first thing they said, "Hey man, Shaka, if you hungry, just make whatever you want." I said, "For real?
Cap.
I can make whatever I want for free. Yeah, as long as you on break." Because it's like, yeah, man, it's a hard job. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was out here making up burgers. Some of my burgers should have been in rotation on the menu.
Right.
That's how good my burgers were.
He said so.
I used to be excited when Shaka got off.
I Shaka working. Like,
let's go.
It's not even now. I used to wait till he get off work. I know he had a whole bag.
That's part of actually
hot ham and cheese.
I think it's part of the teenage experience when you have a homeboy or your friends start working.
Oh, man.
I remember Rocky. That's what dog. He worked at Wendy's, bruh. They close at 12. We get there 11:50.
Yep.
Now mind you, Wendy's not even open.
Jonathan's
but he come out there with
Jonathan. Jonathan used to the bacon.
Bro, we come out with look. I have a bag full of baconators. Then that's not counting the bag of fries, nuggets. Well, run them up. Run them up.
Come on,
run them up.
Wendy was on a deficit.
Yeah, we was running, doing damage out there.
How is that place still open right now? It's beyond.
I have no idea. But look here, it was on a deficit. But Hardee's though,
that was the ultimate plug.
Hardee's was good to me in an extent. We didn't have that much help. It was me. There was a guy named Kevin. I think Kevin was married to one of your cousins or something. White guy. He's married to one of your cousins on the Tennessee side, I believe. Possibly. I think got killed.
I was about 50
I'm not
of
sure.
us. There's like
Yeah,
50 of us.
there's a whole lot of Joneses and everybody out here related to Anthony. But anywho, it was me and him on that back line. And when you're at Hardee's during rush hour, you're normally by yourself. And the thing about Hardee's is you can look right behind that little cash register and see the person back there making your food.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I'm right there on the line, sliding patties down the grill, trying to get the mayo right on the burgers. It wasn't that easy, man. It was kind of hard. Because I would get so upset with the older people saying, hey, can I get a double thick burger with 6 pieces of bacon on some lettuce?
You know what you can do?
I said, huh?
You can shut up. That's what you can do.
Instead of getting a bun, they would legit ask for 2 big behind pieces of lettuce as their bun. And I would have to wrap that up in a paper like a
I
regular
ain't got time for that.
That happened more often than you could think. With
So
a
get
Diet
it without
Coke.
the patty then.
Yeah, why you coming to
patty on
Hardee's
this.
if you think about your diet?
Hardee's
Why
ain't got
You don't
nothing
get a
healthy.
double thick burger and say,
try to be-
I want to wash my car.
Yeah, right. That's like
Double
thick
thick
like those
burger.
people who get like when you order. Let me get a double thick burger,
Oh,
2 large
snap.
fries, and a Diet Coke. Like the Diet Coke somehow
Diet-
magically wash
Diet
all that
Coke.
stuff
Oh, yeah,
away.
yeah.
Tell you now.
That's going to disintegrate everything. That's going
That's-
to flush me out.
That's just me trying to keep it balanced. I'm trying to keep it
Yeah.
healthy. I roll my eyes while I'm behind those people. I'm like, oh my gosh.
God. Now, I will tell you the milkshakes at Hardee's that were also free.
Oh, first and foremost, they don't have those
yeah,
no more.
milkshakes.
They don't.
No,
The
I don't think
milkshakes
so.
was delicious.
Oh,
though.
you throw as much malt in that
Mad-
bad boy as you
Oh
want.
my goodness.
I miss those days, man.
Dang.
And my manager was dope. Shantae, I think we're still friends on Facebook. She was my first manager at Hardee's. She was absolutely amazing.
She's still there?
No, she's not there anymore. I don't know what she's doing, but I know she's working somewhere. But she's probably living a
Yeah,
good life.
shout out to
Shantae.
her for letting my brother take all them sandwiches.
Let me,
Yeah,
what's
we was
crazy
hungry. Look,
is that,
because I was hungry at 8 o'clock at
Bro,
night.
we all be
I'm just
hungry.
gonna wait to get shot to get off. You all shot?
I would run to Hardee's on my days off to get free food.
You a menace.
They let me though.
You a menace.
I would walk right into that bad boy, go right to the back in some street clothes. Hey, what up, guys? I gotta make a couple burgers for my boys. You know, just give me a couple
Hey.
seconds. I holler
Run
at y'all, P.
Run them up.
You just, as long as you weren't there during rush hour, you was good.
I wasn't passing out no blizzards out there.
No blizzard.
no
you
blizzard.
didn't
Well,
get nobody to hook up.
No, first of all, I don't think my manager would pretty much let us out there. But listen, after I had Karen and them, I had a different work experience out there.
Not me. Look here. I ate when I wanted. But one of the people that you talk about hooking people up, my boy Joey, though. Joey Gibbs used to work at Pals.
Joey
Really?
never give me
Oh,
nothing.
right. Look, right before they about to close,
Yeah.
Joey used to tell me, hey, come by. Look, it'll almost be like a drug drop off.
Yeah,
Wow.
look, you walk out, Pat. We try to walk, try to be
I get there. Look,
man.
Joey in. Yeah. Hey, Joey, somebody to see you. Look, Lily, drop the bag off to me. I'm out.
Hey.
Look, have me like three double big pals in there
Run
with
'em
some
up.
fries. I don't even
Run 'em
eat it
up.
all, but the fact that he
don't.
give, I'm like, look here,
That's
I'm gonna go
crazy.
ahead and just look indulging on these.
That's
But that's
wild.
when I could burn the calories off just by sleeping.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the fact that
so-
we didn't get heavy.
So we talked about our first
Now I
job,
got
and
two
we
heavy.
talked about job experiences.
Yeah.
So a part of me, like you said, I think every kid, over I say kid or children, I think you have to work into the public or some type of job. You don't have to like stay there for 14 years. I won't expect you, but at the same time, you should get a real sense of experience. First of all, I figured out why my mom was so frustrated half the time when she come home. I figured that out really quick. I love you, mama, for that.
Absolutely.
I don't think they should
And I
have to
think-
fast
I-
food though.
And I think
fast
if
food
you have a
is
sense
a
of work
beast.
ethic, I don't think you should. Personally, just like anything else, you can't come straight in at the top. If you come in at trying to be corporate VP,
But if
or-
you're the CEO's son, you're not starting out pushing mil.
I actually talked about what was it? Our guy Justin Lopez.
Oh, yeah.
J-Lo. Who's called
Yeah.
J-Lo?
I know that. Hey,
But he was telling me, and I actually respected for this. I think his dad and him owns like the wealth management business
Yep.
in Abingdon. And when he first came in, he already graduated college, but he started, I think, basically at the very bottom as like intern, janitor. Basically, his dad said, "I want you to take this over one day, but you need to know every single detail of what every person does in this building." Rather than coming straight in to a service which he had every right to, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and he went to school, so he's educated. It's not that he didn't know how to do it,
Yeah.
but he worked. That's one person I can really think of thinking about first in
Yeah.
my mind. Shout out to you, Justin. That's my guy. I think he
Justin.
watches too.
Oh, yeah.
But he worked his way up into where he's the position that he's in now currently, which I don't know what exactly he does, but I know it's not where he started off.
My man
so I
out
think
here golfing.
to me, I think that's the way that I would prefer me as a father that I would want to do. That
For your
not
son.
yeah, for my son. If I
Yeah.
had that choice or had those options, that's the way I want. I want you to start at the very bottom, and I want you to work and learn and appreciate But again, you don't have to start fast food necessarily. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with fast food if you work it. We're not throwing shade because listen,
I think right there that that's a good analogy, but at the same time you got to think it's
benefit
different. It's
off of
different.
nepotism.
So what would you
benefit
prefer
off
with your
your-
kids to come their first job? Because I think
But I'm not saying coming at the top, but it's different when you come into a job knowing that
That one day it's gonna be yours.
that it's going to be yours. Therefore, somebody already sees your value.
True that.
And they know what you're going to be worth because
Yeah.
they're going to raise you up to be there. Versus you going somewhere
now if they come in and
and
know what
nobody knows your value, and you have to sit there and try to prove yourself.
True
See, the
that.
thing is, you don't have to. He doesn't have to actually. Well, granted, you have to sit there and know that you could do it, but you don't have to prove yourself to your dad because
Prove
your
your
dad
worth.
already knows your worth.
Yeah, and you already know
Okay, so I
I'm
get what
doing
you're trying
this
to say.
because there's a means to an end.
Yeah.
If you come into that job as like maybe one of us starting out as a janitor, you don't know if you'll ever make it to the
Just like when you
proverbial
apply,
top.
yeah, like when you apply for do an interview for a different position. You don't know if you're actually gonna get that
true that.
because once again, you're basing off that if that person finds me worthy enough to be here.
Yeah.
Versus as if your dad was there, and let's say you apply for the interview,
so what
you
would be-
automatically got it.
So what would be a good position? Like I say, quote, I guess, where do you want your kids to come straight in the top? Or where exactly would you think your kids be good enough to try to like start? Like, where's a
Naturally-
good starting point? for your
Naturally, they're
children?
not going to automatically just be at the top. One,
Naturally.
you get your people experience through school. As a kid, I'm saying as a kid. That's why, like I said, we do not talk to some people who's at our jobs because of school.
Yeah.
Naturally, but at the same time, they're not going to start off at the top. But if my kid can make it to where he doesn't have to actually start at the bottom, it bases off your maturity. So if you're mature enough and your boss sees that you're mature enough, he might not start you off on washing dishes. You, like I said, working at not fast food, but a restaurant. You might not start off working off as a dishwasher. No respect to the dishwashers, I ain't gonna lie, because they're the hardest workers I know.
Right. This week you
Facts,
mop
facts,
the floors.
facts,
Next week is the
facts.
fries.
Oh, what? But they might start you off as a server. And like I said, it just all depends on who you are and what they could trust of you based on your personality.
So where you see value in the sense of like know your worth, know your value to be able to stand out.
Oh, for
on those.
sure.
But I'm not
don't
saying they
let-
start at the bottom. I'm just saying like you can't come in. I wouldn't expect my kid to come in as a manager.
But what if
or-
he did though?
I mean, I wouldn't
How
expect
many
it.
people actually come in as a manager?
Little to none.
And more people coming to the manager.
What? I mean, if you already have experience, in that,
Unqualified.
if you have
But
experience,
just imagine, Jones.
come
You
in.
just imagine you've been at that job for 5 years. You've been working your way into a manager. A manager spot comes up, and somebody comes in, puts an application
They
to be a
they
manager,
outsource it.
and they get you.
and they get me. Hold on, they apparently
Like they get the manager spot over you.
I'm assuming they must be phenomenal.
A
And
lot
if
of
they-
times that's based off of nepotism and who you know.
Yep.
That's
Now what you know is who
Because a
you
lot
know.
of managers would be like, I can teach you managerial things while you're in the job.
There's a lot of stuff with that. Well,
You know what I'm saying?
we see those things. Now, I think it's important. Like I said, it's important that you get your kids those experiences. Not that you
Yes.
work on somebody else, but I think if you really want to boil down to it, it starts at home. Like I think you said a good point, Bakari. Having the idea of knowing your worth. Not saying that this is not your better than. This is what people do, and you have to respect those people in a sense as such. But if you coming in, this is what you should be doing, and this is what's expected. Excellence is expected of you here, and it's expected of you outside this home as well. So when you step into whatever role that is, make sure you do it with all your heart, mind, and soul, and put all your energy and focus in that. That way, because if not, I mean, I think eventually people will see more value. I don't think they'll see your personal value because I think that comes from inside. Because again, at 14 or 15, you knew at the very end of your core you were better than picking up what?
Oh, cigarette butts.
Okay,
With gloves.
right. Even with gloves, you
With
was like,
gloves.
that's
With
look,
gloves.
that's below me. I'm not doing that. Look,
Yeah.
a lot of kids would just been like, a lot of people could just been like, oh, well, I guess that's what they just asked me to do. If you do,
then be you.
but I think a lot of what you said kind of starts at home. But like you said, I plan on trying my best to teach my son a good hard work ethic. First of all, he knows how I get down in this house anyway.
Absolutely.
We don't do anything halfway. It
Yes.
drives me insane.
100%.
I think some of the best managers that we have, whether we're parents or you're at your job, you have to manage from a place of, if you see me doing it, don't be crazy when I ask you to do it. Because I've been at the YMCA for almost a decade
Facts.
now.
A decade.
Which is crazy. It's almost been 10 years. But I've seen my boss go outside, CEO, he running the show, in his slacks, button-up shirt with a broom and dustpan, and he will go sweep that whole entire parking lot. So you saying if you see the CEO who has 80 some employees under him will go outside and he does this,
He said, I dare you.
he ain't even got to ask me to go do it. When I see trash outside, let me just go and pick it up.
Facts.
See,
As soon as I pull in, the first thing, if I see any trash laying, hey, let me just go pick up that bottle. Let me go pick that up. If it's not super nasty, I'll go do it. Because I've seen this man, he takes pride in his position, and I've seen this man cleaning toilet. It doesn't matter what it is, he'll go do it. So when you see somebody leading by true example, as somebody who's a director,
oh, for sure,
and I have employees under me, I want to lead by example. I want them to see me doing the hard stuff that they're doing. So when I ask them to do something, hey, I need you to go do this for me. Can you go outside and do a parking lot sweep? Why are you going to ask me to? Do you not see me out there sweeping the parking lot? Do you not see me out there? I'm not ashamed to clean the toilet. I'm not ashamed to help you clean off a treadmill or help you clean off the weights. If you see me doing it, don't be crazy if I ask you to do it. Because I might even do it with you. And it's not doing it out of a place of I just got this power. Right. I'm asking you to do it because the job just needs to get done and I got other things to do.
I think that comes from good, honestly, stewardship. Like you're trying to really steward your position as well as people.
As a whole too. You work with young kids, man. And I know that the YMCA is a lot of these guys' first job. And they're coming in as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and white sheet of paper as you humanly possibly can. So you want to make sure that you're raising them right because you know that for a lot of these teens, the YMCA is not their end goal.
Right.
So for the season that they are with us, you want to be able to train and raise them up so that when they go, they can take that YMCA experience and apply it hopefully for the benefit of their own self to the next job.
Preach, preacher.
Amen,
know what I mean?
amen. That's it right there, though.
Come on, fan base.
That's it. I think that's a good way to end it right there.
Title, first job.
My first job.
First job out here.
Your first job shot gonna be editing this video.
My first job. Let me tell you, this might not come out till December. I'll be gone till November.
Hey, dog, look, hey, y'all give us some grace out here. This is Shaka's first time editing out here. So.
This is gonna be a bonus episode. 2 years from now.
Two-part episode.
It might be 2 parts out here. We never know.
Give y'all 30 minutes.
Bakari, how you put the pictures in there? I don't know how to do the sound. How you match up the sound?
Oh my goodness, we can't wait.
Naturally,
but again,
y'all. So have some grace on my brother for next.
Big facts,
please and thank you.
But again, we appreciate you guys for tuning in with us for another episode of Pops and Swaps.
Welcome to another episode of Pops and Socks. It's finally over. Where I'm bald headed, he faded, he dreadlocks.
We out here. Ooh, you snatch that off.
Yes.
Hey, this is my
like a toilet plunger.
Pull up to the scene.